All right, what's up, my friends? Welcome to a little impromptu subathon, Your Deck Live. Your Deck Live is a show I used to do on stream where folks would submit their deck list to me and give me a little money, and I would play their deck on stream for a couple matches, give my thoughts on the deck, and then build what I think would be the updated optimal version of a deck. It was super fun. It was kind of taking over the channel at one point where it was like I was doing too much of it. Then I pulled back on it and I wanted to make it really, really cool, like a full show with a theme song and everything like that. And it's kind of just got lost in the weeds in the last few years where I wanted to bring it back this year, but then I started doing commentary and then started doing game design stuff and all these things have happened. It's still in the pipeline, but we're doing a few Your Deck lives here for the subathon. We're doing a subathon today and tomorrow, and then maybe Monday and Tuesday. And one of the goals here is for a couple Your Deck lives. So that's what we're doing. And the first one here comes from our subscriber, Apollo Driver, Puka Shells. And Puka Shells has this really fun looking mill control deck, just absolutely trying to make your opponents as miserable as possible. 4 copies of Singularity Rupture, which is Wrath of God, mill your opponent's library. 2 copies of Return Monument, of course, Undercity Sewers. A lot of kill spells here, kind of the classic, just like no win conditions, just kill all your stuff and then mill you. Robbery does that as well. Any deck not playing counter spells, Robbery's really, really good against. And of course, the Monument will do the some big milling too. So killing things, countering things, decking our opponent, what could be more fun than that? And then more counter spells in the sideboard. Looking at the list here initially, I think there's a little too much of the mill stuff. I would think I'd want like only 1 Monument, maybe only 3 Ruptures, maybe a little more cheap interaction. The deck only has 2 spells in the entire deck that cost 1 mana, which I don't really love. I think Essence Scatter is also a main deckable card this format probably, and I might want a little bit more removal. That being said, it does look pretty sweet. 7 sweepers is a lot. But I mean, what's our land count? Land count is 25, is also a little light on lands too. But we're going to play it as is, and then when I finish the run of 3 matches here on Arena Ladder, I'm going to go over and rebuild the deck to what I think would be optimal. And that's the deal. That's the whole shtick with Your Deck Live. So that's the whole kit and caboodle. If you're watching on YouTube, trends, I don't know when it's going to go up on YouTube actually, but maybe I'm still live on sometime, maybe I'm not. But whatever, here we go. Your Deck Live brought to you by
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
chat. Coming out of me, it's Your Deck Live time. I mean, all right. So this is what we signed up for. We were on the draw, unfortunately, with a cancel and a robbery. I don't think, given how this deck is built, that we can mulligan this hand, honestly. Like, so we're going to keep it. If they're playing an aggressive deck, we're going to be in trouble. We do have a Surveil also, so we're going to keep this. A lot of rats in the deck too. So we see Spiral of Canal into Talent. That's not great for us. We draw Duress. Unfortunately, we are unable to cast turn 1 Duress because we have no turn 1 Black Source. So we'll Surveil, ship an island, and say go. If they have the good Boomerang Basics draw, we're probably screwed, but that also works. So double Talent. Unfortunately, these Izzet decks usually aren't like that fast, but having a double Talent draw does so it doesn't mean they are going to be that fast, but let's play land. I should put tap land. I screwed up. Sorry, my bad.
Whoopsie.
Should put tap land. Just misclicked the wrong land. Whatever, it's fine. Duress you. We're going to see a hand of Kaido, Torch. Sorry. So the good news is that their hand is actually just ass.
Still a piece
We're
of
playing
garbage.
0 creatures in our entire deck because these Torch Towers are worthless. And then Winter Night Stories is fine, but not that exciting. We get to kill this Kaido, though, so get rid of that. You just say go. And I guess they don't draw a land, they draw a spell. That's a threat. That's pretty good for us. So, all right. They draw a Tiger Seal. They say go. We've got the cancel all ready to go, though, so we can just cancel the... Yeah, so they're only attacking for 4 next turn. We do need to find a sweeper, but I think we're in pretty good shape. All right, so looks like they have no land here either. The question is, if they just say go, do we cast Consult or not? Do we cast just a small Consult? Because we're gonna cancel whatever they play to untap the seal. And our light total's not too bad here. It's tough. We have 2 tap lands also. And then we're so likely to cast it next turn. I'm just gonna cast the Consult. I think finding the Wrath is so important, or some interaction point. I really hate doing this, but there's the cover up. Okay, so take the cover up. We get to untap. There's stock up. Sure. So let's cast the take place Sewers. Hope they haven't drawn Spell Pierce, you know, but that's fine. So we just say go. We want to cancel the story so they can't attack with these, and then just fire off the Deadly cover up. Can't evidence it, but that's kind of fine. And they're bricking a bit. We've also bricked them because these torches have no targets. They just say go. Wow, okay. Now the problem is if they draw like a Spell Pierce or something like that, and I cast this Wrath and they counter it, and they untap and draw a land, we're just like dead. But I think that's okay. Here we go. I'm a little scared, but oh, they gotta torch their own creature? They're gonna torch their own creature. You gotta cash in that surveil value. Okay, sick. So, Scry bottom. And now I think we're great. So, what could have been a really bad game for us with them having a pretty aggressive start, they just never found a third land. And they had a lot of interaction, but there's the basics. But at this point, I don't think we really care that much. Maybe we do, but... So here's Talon again. Draw a card. We draw Shoot the Sheriff. I think I'm fine with just like Shoot the Sheriff. Like, talk up, Shoot the Sheriff, tap land, and go. We find another Robbery, find a Negate, find some more lands. I think I like... Negate, Verge. And then we'll just play tap land. Try to kill this right now before they tap with it. He's an outlaw, partner. And yeah, so here's FOMO. Which I guess is a little bit scary. We have cancel robbery, sure. We just say go. So they get to attack twice. I think that's fine. We should go to 8. And we cast robbery for 5 and win the game. They finally find land number 3. Lucky them. And they cast Kaido. So we'll just do this. This is actually... So I can, like, Cryptic Command, counter draw, and still have 2 mana up. Or I could negate this and robbery for 3. I think I like that better, actually. Let's robbery for 3. Let's start there. We hit Duelist, land, sure, then we'll negate this. That's 2 Kaidos in their deck. It's pretty crazy. So we take 4. Duelist the Mind with 3 steps ahead. It's kind of cool. We draw a sing. You know what? I think we just Rupture. We just play Rupture and play Duelist the Mind. Yeah, I'm in for that. So, sure. Rupture. So we're going to mill half your library. And just play Swamp, play Duelist the Mind, say go. Milled over a couple Riddlers. No flashback cards, pretty lucky. We have Blocker, we have Restless Reef, we have Fountain Port, we have Counterspell. If we get to untap safely here, the game is over. So, here's Duelist the Mind, sure. Dueling Duelists. I guess they have Boomerang basics, they can bounce back to their hand, but that's pretty funny, so that's fine. So they're gonna torch the Duelist. We millin', folks. Your deck live.
They have a warrant for your arrest. You're going to jail.
Committing crimes. I guess we could draw a spell, but I think with 3 steps ahead, we'll probably be fine. That's pretty good. So, we can just like Bitter Triumph, discarding the land. Let's do this right now. We've got plenty of their lands here, so let's play this tap and say go. Got the old Cryptic Command lined up here, and 3 steps ahead. Just counter draw. They have 18 cards in their deck. They're going to try and Boomerang the Talent. I think we counter this. I don't care about the card draw spell that much. I care about them having more threats, so just give me the old spree. Draw 2, discard a land. Love it. God, Consult Star Charge is so good. We're cooking so far. Here's a FOMO. Kind of hard to miss. We draw the Rupture. Sure. Let's take this. And another Rupture, too. Jeez. Consult and a land. Just cast Rupture. That last card is Spell Pierce. We'll see, but... Spell Pierce is pretty good against this deck. Mill over some more cards. Now they have 9 cards in deck. Now actually casting Midrange Stories is like kind of scary, realistically. Sick. Alright, so they definitely drew kind of bad that game. That's fine, we'll take it. Now they're going to have a lot more good stuff too. They're going to have like Spell Pierces and things. I think our Annuls are pretty nice. I think Essence Scatter is pretty good too. Annul, Essence Scatter. More Monuments. I think we need to cut some of the expensive cards. They have Spell Pierces and stuff. Get rid of those. I really don't like the second Monument. I think having 1 is fine. I think really don't need to, like, we'll just win the game eventually, you know? Just a classic, like, your control deck doesn't need win cons kind of thing. I think 2 Robbery's fine. I kind of like the Duresses too, actually. Have some cheap interaction. The end is pretty bad. Yeah. I like this. Alright. There's an error. I apologize. Oh, come on! Right, well, we're dead anyway, so... Freaking Tiger Seal. I think this card is total stains. Play land. Basics, draw, untap, attack for 10. Alright, we're just gonna next game. I gotta game that. Whatever, that's fine. We're not winning this game with all the cards they have available, so... Let's go to game 3. And why are we not mousing over stuff? There you go. Okay, so game 3 on the play is fine. I think we'll be fine. Few too many Spell Pierces and cheap counter spells that game. Oh, we're gonna keep 2 lands Scryland with a stock up. Alright. Sewers for a land. Love it. Love it.
Bingo!
Alright.
Alright, so... I think we just Duress. Not a Spell Break. The Spell Spears just go nuts, you know? Sure. Better there than stock up. Big stock up next turn. Shocking Passage. Little late for trimming the verge, don't you think?
Throw yourself in next time and rid us of your stupidity.
Hello? Opponent's turn 2. What are you doing? Duelist of the Mind. We're definitely resolving stock up. We need land 4 here, so... another Verge. We have 2 kill spells, 2 consults. Definitely Verge. We need to think about what their next turn is going to look like. And then what we're going to want to be able to react to in the turn after. So we could like take Essence Scatter. So we can have Scatter and Removal Spell up. Taking Rupture. Rupture's tough against the Spell Pierce, you know, a Spider Sense deck. Like, let me just take these 2. All right. So there you go. Thankfully, Duelist of the Mind is not a very fast clock. Here's a FOMO. Very creepy. Discarding Tiger Seal. Duelist is now 2 power. Sure. Draw another stock up. Okay. Just gonna say go. Probably gonna be shoot the Sheriff negate. Or shoot the Sheriff and Bitter Triumph. Another FOMO. Okay. And now the question is, well, would I rather get Spell Pierced? The Essence Scatter, I'm pretty sure. So let's kill this first. We'll try and scatter this. They Spell Pierce me, so be it. They already cast one Spell Pierce. How many can they have, you know? At least two, I suppose. Alright. Spell Pierce is the literal best card in the format against us. So... it is just 1 mana counterspell. We're playing 0 creatures. So I just, you know, blue 1 mana counterspell. So I'll conferred, resub. Alright, so if all resolves, which is fine. We can stock up for a land against Bitter Triumph, which is totally reasonable. Discard Boomerang Basics. Jeez, they have more stuff? They have a 3rd Spell Pierce. Get the hell out of here. 3rd Spell Pierce. Whatever. You know, alright. No, we didn't draw an untapped land. No. Alright. Let's hit the 1 card we can cast. Alright. What is this? Wait, they shocked in and did not play Talent? Just to try and stone bluff the 3rd Spell Pierce? That is something. Alright. The problem is, I'm not sure if we can beat this card. Waterbend 4, it's just 6 mana to kill it. Oh, whichever land, shit. Alright, so they attack for 6 here. And then play the 5/5. So we're taking 5. 6. Yeah, I guess Mill, it makes sense to shock every time, so... I don't know if we can win. It's funny, I don't want them to cast it. They didn't cast it? Oh my god. Okay. Right, they're scared of a counterspell, which is like, I think just really wrong. Because their board's already so threatening. Now I have time to cast these spells. We can't afford to... Can we afford to consult first? I've already cast 2 Spell Pierces, you know, like, if they have a 3rd, like, whatever, I guess. I don't want to discard a card here either, really, but I'll do this first. Alright, we're going to discard one of these consults, which really sucks, but whatever. They've given me the ability to consult here, when I wouldn't have really been able to do this. We find Cover Up, Shoot the Sheriff, Bitter Triumph. I mean, this is a Sheriff, it's not a Sheriff. So we can just shoot the Sheriff, the big guy. I think we're actually kind of okay here. So shoot the Sheriff, and I think probably Cover Up. We should miss a land drop. I don't like Bitter Triumph this deck very much. I think this card's pretty sketchy. If you're not discarding for value. Sure. That's not bad. Alright, so we say go. They're going to play their big stupid thing. We're going to kill it. I'm sure. Waterbend 4.
Now that was some waterbending.
Can't take 5. That's why we're killing it now. Then they just play another threat, and we just wrath them all. So... I think best case scenario is they just hardcast a, shit. They just hardcasted a Riddler. That was pretty good. It's like drawing a lightning bolt. Or like a lava spike. This is also, oh, it's not an outlaw. Why do I think this was an outlaw? Discard Tiger Seal. Land. They can attack for 4 and then flash it back, but they can't do it before attacking, so... Another story's out of hand? Oh my god, man, this is getting out of hand. That's ridiculous. Alright, we're at 1. We draw another cover up. We just exile the stories, I guess. Exile stories. Their hand is...
Waka waka.
Their hand is Frostcliff Siege Tiger Seal for lethal. That is kind of hilarious. Alright, I guess you got me. Alright, yeah, that's tough. They did cast a lot of spell pierces in those post-board games, but that's alright. I think our deck being a little bit clunky hurt us there. What's up, Icy? I didn't even notice. I'm sorry. What's up, Icy? Appreciate it. You great. I'm sorry I missed it. I was locked in. Was that probably during the game, or was I not in the room? I don't know. What's up? Appreciate it, Icy. Make a song thanking Icy for his sub. Okay. We'll do it after this game, all right? Monument. We're gonna keep. I'm a little worried about not having enough stuff going on, but let's see here. Flame. Old Flame. Is both of them? Really? Huh. Damn. Alright, so they mulligan 6. Here's a reef. No, we're not doing anything. Alright, so again, monument. Monument. I think part of the problem with monument is it also costs 6, just like Rupture does. Turn to Clarion Conqueror. It's pretty funny. I can't use my monument. We go stock up. Sure. Barry subs. Thanks so much. All right, so we're casting stock up. We're gonna find another colorless land. All right, we definitely need lands, so let's take land removal spell. Kill this Clarion Conqueror next turn. Darth, remind me about the what is going on here? Their hand is the actual stones. Momo into Conqueror into Hellkite? Alright. Sure. I mean, it's not that bad. We just kill the dragon and make it tap land. I mean, they're not playing counter spells, the Wrathums get them, right? So. Man, they are really doing it. Alright. Boros Dragons. This deck's kind of gas. We're at 4 already? We're just dead? We're just dead, yeah. We had to draw 5 mana Wrath, we're just dead there. That's kind of insane. I guess we could stock up into a removal spell, but they have to not have a land, too. And we did not do that. Oh, no, it's double black! No! If I had played the land first, you could have hit the end. I probably don't win anyway, but... Alright, that's gross. Wow. That was the actual stones from our opponent. I imagine this would be a really good matchup for us, so... Scatters come in. I just think this card's bad, folks. I'm sorry. Just gotta cut some of the expensive cards. And... yeah. Alright, on the play. Much better. This hand does things. Hopefully no Cavern of Souls on Dragon. Rocket. And no Momo. Sick. Alright, so now we're in phenomenal shape. Wow. Yeah. No perfect curve out. And we're on the play and actually have some removal spells. I think it's going to be a comically easy game. Alright. Land go again? Jeez. What do they have here? They have Maelstrom of the Spirit Dragon. Select this, search for a dragon. Mana of any color for a dragon or an omen. They do have Cavern of Souls, which is kind of annoying, so no Essence Scatter, but that's fine, I guess. We just kill it. Sure. Or they'll target the Demolition Field and let me just do this in response.
Waka waka.
That seems better. Sure. Because now I'll have all my mana next turn anyway. Let me draw a land. Sure. So, play a land, and then I kill their caverns, so my scatter's back on. I want to guess consult. Or should I say go? Probably just kill this and scatter whatever they play next. The rats aren't as good against them because they have less threats, but X, new sub, welcome, happy to have you. Yeah, let's kill this.
Get off my plane.
Cavern of Souls, again, play Clarion Conqueror. Alright, whatever. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna main phase Consult. Let's find a land here. We've got, and there's the Monument. Alright, we can do a Monument set up for the Rupture combo, I guess. Alright, so you go. Sark. This game, their draw is so slow, you have time to actually execute this. But when your opponent's draw is faster, it is definitely much harder to do. Behold! No, okay. Okay. So we're just gonna scatter this, untap and Wrath. Oh wait, is this Cavern? This is Cavern, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Alright. So we'll just Bitter Triumph it then. They can't play it next turn. Take 3. Untap. Play Rupture. Let's see what's in this deck of theirs. And they are Tomb Stormbrew, Dragonhawk. Yeah, just Boros Dragons. That was pretty cool. I think Momo does seem really good in this deck. Hardcast of Stormbrew, yeah. So the thing is here, so now we have the Monument combo, right? We were 100%, you make this into an island, we still win this game easily. Like, which is my fear with this card, where it's very much a win more card, unless you're playing a really slow matchup, which is scary. So, we do a combo, we get him, Splinter Twin, yada yada yada, but like, if this was like Grizzly Bear, we still win this game. But we all see what happens with the card in the games where we're losing, and it just doesn't do anything, which is really rough. So, Panda Resub, thanks so much. Happy holidays. Anything change here? Cavern of Souls is pretty annoying, but you can't really do anything about it, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, I think I would play maybe 1 main or 0 main. Also, you often don't need this kind of win condition when you're playing a control deck in game 1s, because they don't have all their spell pierces and all their like anti-control cards in. So like you can just beat them by killing all their stuff and eventually just win with a freaking Restless Reef or whatever, or Rupture. Just casting Rupture. If you cast 2 Ruptures, you probably can't lose, like, or even Robbery kind of thing. So this is fun. Game 3. Game 2, sorry. Game 3, yes. 2-lander on the draw with a Scryland. We have 2 removal spells. And they're not very good removal spells. Yeah, I get to keep. Alright, no Momo draw, thankfully. And we draw land, so your sewers. We need lands. We should ship this. We need more black sources. Like, we have 2 removal spells already, so... Sarkhan's pretty good. Fire Spitter Whelp. 2/2 for 3, cast a non-creature or dragon, deal 1. Okay. I would say we're probably just killing Sarkhan here. These triumphs are looking really rough, though. Like, 3 life is so much, I don't want to discard a card either. Alright, here's a uncounterable Fire Spitter Whelp. Sure. I think we should discard 3 steps ahead. Untap, play stock up. And see a Wrath. And just untap land, sure. Alright. No, this deck, their opponent having no duress, no spell pierce, stuff like that is pretty big. Okay, it's fine. We can just kill the Hellkite. Let's get our swamp. We got negate. I could have made more of that out, honestly, but that's fine. Play this. I'll just say go. Plan being to triumph the Hellkite, probably just discard the negate. Again, having to discard cards, these removal spells really, really hurts. But the matchup is so, like, binary, because they just have big, dumb, idiot creatures. It doesn't really matter that much, but in a close game, it would be really bad. Land 5. Here's a Clarion Conqueror, a little Nombo with their treasures. Oh, man. If they just, like, no, we don't have a freaking 5-mana Wrath in our hand. Alright. They have a Hellkite here. Alright, thank God no Hellkite. So, alright. We're gonna go down to 7. And we're gonna consult. Cannot kick it. Yes, I can. Second Rupture. And stock up. Alright. I have some sort of trick here to get me in trouble, but... Or just Hasty Dragons. Cast the Rupture. Goodbye.
I still only counted 1.
They've been 2 Nova Hellkites. Yeah. Hardcast Stormbrew, no problem. I think actually I'm pretty incentivized to just cast cover up here and take away their Hellkites. They only have 2 left, but like that's the card we lose to. Just the Hasted Dragon. So we're gonna do that. No, wrong button! Shit!
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Alright. Okay, this is 4. They have 22 cards in their deck. It's so annoying. Alright. I mean, just cast a bunch of Ruptures. Alright, whatever. They can't... If they draw a land, they can warp a Hellkite. We milled over a 3rd Hellkite. God, it's so annoying. They have 11 cards in deck. Maybe it's Reefs too, so... I wish that Arena would just, you know, do what I think. I have a treasure. I'm not sure they have a treasure, so... This is fine now. They have 1 Hellkite left. So, if they're even playing 4, so they have the 1 Hellkite left. They're getting Dragonhawk, sure. So they can deal us 2. We kill the Dragonhawk. Exile top card. It's a land. Deal us none. Okay. About half your library. Now we're down to 4 cards. Now we're down to 3 cards. Robbery is lethal. Restless Reaper is lethal. Stormbrood. Not trying to rob you. Trying to help you.
They have a warrant for your arrest. You're going to jail.
Boom. Milled out. That's a dub. And we're back where we started again. Right, Garn? Alright. Looking for a 2-1. Looking for a 2-1. Here we go. That monument. Those monuments keep showing up. Alright. I mean, we're gonna keep, like... Turn off the TV. They play a Riverpire Verge. Once again, we can't cast Duress on turn 1. Damn, it sucks. Alright, say go. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is Jeskai control. We're gonna destroy them. Alright, cool. So, some sort of Jeskai control deck that's really, really good for us. I think we're gonna hold off on the negate, the Duress, though. We'll Duress next turn. We'll negate whatever they do. Whatever we would have Duress, we would just negate, and then we just put Monument Duress, so sure, it's fine too. So let's go land Duress, and their hand is horrendous. No blue. It's funny because a land could turn on all their blue for the Legend of Kurok. We have negate for that though too. Jeez. Here's take stock up. Take stock up, cast Monument. They can ultimate the Monument, but I don't think I care, so. Cool Stuff gift card. Yeah, we'll do that after the game. I see in chat doing a Cool Stuff gift card. Well, they did it. They drew an island to turn on both their blue sources. Pretty gross. We could have not played the Monument, I guess. It was like a little risky, but whatever, it's fine. I think we'll be okay here, so. Yeah. Sure, so. Sewers. Say go. Pretty gross. They have the No More Lies in hand, too. Bottom. It's pretty gross. I mean, I think we should not play the Monument, honestly. It was probably just a mistake to play it. Obviously, they had to get lucky and draw exactly Island to turn on their lands, too, but... Alright, so... Attack for 2, then transform the Sky Climber. Sure. Right, we're gonna mill you for 2. And we're gonna untap and draw stock up. So I should mill myself for 2 maybe because for the cover up. Yeah, I probably should have done that. Okay.
I'm stupid, you're smart.
We're at 14. This is about to flip. They have a No More Lies to defend themselves with. I think we're just gonna stock up. Okay. Not an outlaw. Just shoot the sheriff land. Okay, this is cool. I'm pretty happy with this. It's gonna kill us while we're tapped out. It's a little scary that they're gonna get to flip this thing and then have it in play, but I have double Wrath in my hand and I have a negate to defend the cover up. We can just like say go, robbery them, make them counter that kind of thing. Yeah, like, we're not dying to an Avatar Kurok by itself. Okay, so they play this. They reveal a Helix? Jesus, man, they're drawing really well. Alright, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think they have us here. We should have won this game easily. Playing the Monument on turn 3 just lost us the game. If we just don't play this, we negate this thing, can literally never lose the game. So, that's on me, I guess.
Oh, whoops. Whoopsie.
Yeah, just play land, say go. Try and get them to, like, not commit to doing anything. So I can end step robbery for a ton, and then set up for cover up plus negate. They're probably gonna burn us out, though. We're going to 3. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Yeah, we just straight punted this game. That's really frustrating. All right. Go to exactly 3. Good light total to be at. We'll cast Robbery, they'll cast Lightning Helix, and we'll lose. That's fine. This should be a comically easy matchup. Like, any mid-range deck like this should be toast. You know what we're doing. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll hit their Helix. That'd be nice. Nice slow roll here. Give him the slow roll. We did find a Helix. It's pretty cool. Alright, well now we're going to cast... Okay, cast Deadly Cover Up. I can actually exile their Helixes. Or their Dragon thing. So let's do it properly. Let's leave the... We actually have their Shikos too. I have to do stock up though. I'll leave Shoot the Sheriff. They have 1 Helix left, and they might have more of these. No Moralize, sure. So we negate the No Moralize. Let this resolve. No, not all, not all! Oh my fucking god, man, come on!
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do. Flip out, man.
We'll just assume they have a second No Moralize in their hand. Pretty frustrating. Clearly, I meant to not hit resolve all there and cast my negate. But the fact that they... Yeah, whatever, man. All right. That's so stupid. All right, sure. That's fine. We're going to bring in counter spells. Third Monument's insane. Bring in Robbery. We're going to cut... I mean, some number of the Wraths. Even here, I don't like the Monument that much. Negate is fine. Duress is, like, not great against them. It's, like, okay. Betrayal. All our removal spells are pretty good. Yeah, I'm gonna shade one of these, too. There's like too many cards. Betrayal. There's too many of these. Sure. Oh my god, come on, man.
Somebody's playing a prank on me.
I guess we deserve this, right? Alright, sure. Alright, Bitter Triumph is gone. Consult is gone. There's 5 cards, no big deal. Looking for land 3 and a stock up. Sure. 26 lands for sure, yeah. The control deck should have 26 or 27 lands, honestly. We'll go over to the end. Found Port's Gas. So there you go. It's okay. Shotgun a land and say go. That is fine by me. We all say go. We got Fountain Port up now, which is cute. Next time we can stock up for a land and have Essence Scatter available too. We're gonna let the Lightning Helix, sure.
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god!
Dubious, but sure. Rest in peace.
You know, I just do things.
What? Okay. So this, like, makes River Churn Monument worse and turns off their Shikos? Isn't that, like, awesome for us? Like, okay, sure. Make a fish. Oh, sure. I guess stock up and they no more lies it. It's pretty bad, but missing a land drop's also pretty bad. Sure. Alright. We're all get to 5 this game, so we're a lot of resources. So we gotta make these land drops. Being said, we'll just sit back on the old fishies. They Field of Ruin me. We can like float and robbery for 3. They counter that too, it's like pretty bad, but these decks don't play that many counter spells, so pretty important this resolves. We're down so many cards, but it does. So we get Shiko, No More Lies, stock up. That's pretty good. And it's certainly not bad. I can't believe it cast Rest in Peace. Like, Legend of whatever, sure. It's fine.
It's not magic, it's water bending.
Top. We draw land. Alright, well, that's good. We drew a land. So, I'm still gonna get stuck up. Dude, come on. I guess Doc got to draw a land. I can play an untapped land, has Essence Scatter, shoot the Sheriff up, or No More Lies. Pretty unreal. Alright, we'll duress them. We'll play a tap land. C'est la vie. Not bad. Duress is still pretty good here, but so Sego in some set of games here. Top bottom on the legend. Its cards are 5 to 5. They are pretty ahead on mana, which is obviously really bad in the controlling mirror. They're gonna play their Spider Climber. Sure. Fine by me. We draw another non-land. I mean, we're just gonna kill this, I guess. We have a decent number of cards. Alright. I mean, it's not awesome, but it is what it is. Rest in peace, now I can't mill them out with the Monument, and Deadly Cover-Up can't take away their win-cons. I just don't think any of that matters. Like, and now their best card isn't, not best card, one of their better cards doesn't do anything. You know, like, alright, so do we need to kill this? Do we care about the anchorage? I think we gotta kill the anchorage. The ground doofus. That's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this. We had to like kill one of their post-wrath threats and stone rain them, which is pretty good. Flew to blue. Draw a Bitter Triumph. Still can't draw land, but whatever. Bitter Triumphs have really hurt. Shana's Tidebinder. Alright. We're at 9. We can't afford to like leave creatures in play, so it's fine. Again, being stuck on 5 lands here is particularly brutal. All right. 4 cards. They didn't play a land, so they have 4 spells in their hand. I'm gonna kick a consult. Try to make some more land drops here. They counter this, whatever. Better than one of these, probably. It resolves, and they're all lands. That's fine. I think I want them all untapped, so I think 1 reef's enough. Play a Verge. Now you have Negate. No more lies. I am not going to attack into the Anchorage. Even though they probably wouldn't block, it's not worth it. End step Tidebinder again with exactly the mana to pay for it. Gross. Sure. 3 life from the Bitter Triumph really hurting here. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna block. I think this fish has very little relevance to this game. So next turn we can play Shiko and defend it. Jeez. Good negate target. Alright, so untap. Just play Shiko. Sarah Angel. They go to counter, we like have to counter back, I think. They don't. Okay. So you got 4/5 Flying Vigilance, a negate to defend it, and no more lies to defend. Too many big things to cast, honestly. Alright, we're gonna negate this.
No, you can't. Don't even try.
Okay. Stars turn the corner here. Very happy with our choice to kill that first creature land. They are pretty annoying against all of our rats and stuff. Draw 3 steps ahead. Sure. Now we're getting close to being able to fire up a good robbery. I'm going to consult again, though, and try to make some more land drops. 2 counter spells. Good flyer. Monument. They have 0 cards in graveyard. Fantastic. Betrayal, Bitter Triumph. The 3 life is so much. I think I like a land here. I like land and rule spell. This Demolition Field, I just glossed over it. I think it's kind of... Yeah, I should take the field. I screwed up, but... I think we're still in really good shape. I'm all to 5 this game. You know, like... Defending Shiko is a little weird, but it is stopping the Tidebinder and the Anchorage right now. They're going to play Aang, Swift Savior. If they airbend the Shiko, they get it back. Yeah, we can't let that happen, so... Alright, if they have a way to fight back here, we're in some doo-doo, I think, but...
So, I guess you never fought an airbender before.
That is obscenely aggressive. Okay. Now what? Like, that was absurd. That was really aggressive. Yeah, they just think they had to have like 2 helixes in their hand. Helix. They've already cast... I mean, how many helixes do they leave in against us, you know? We can cast a robbery for X equals like 3 or 4. Yeah. That was not very good. We hit the recipe, so they boarded in, which is not very good. Don't really need that one. Alright. That was pretty bad. We're gonna cast stock up, that's fine. These are all face down, they don't know what they are, so... Definitely not a very good Rupture matchup. The Rats are just kind of bad against them. They got 4 cards. Rest in peace. We got a dragon. Sorry, not a dragon. Day of Judgment. Sure, you're dead. Win the mulligan to 5 game? That's not too shabby, folks. Game 3. We gotta take some, do some more stuff here. I think I love the idea of Disdainful Stroke. We're on the draw. I think that these wraths need to taper down a little bit. The monument is pretty bad. I mean, if they're wanting a rest in peace, the monument is horrendous. So, let's bring in another duress, maybe. Call it a day. All right. Yeah, we're gonna keep Thunder. Sure. Okay. So they play that 2-drop on turn 2. That'd be awesome for us. That's even better.
Bingo!
Get the hell out of here.
Get off my plane.
Voice of Victory, real good against us. Voice. They have a land. Alright. Alright, sure. I guess stock up. Find a removal spell. Or not. Alright. I don't love that, but sure. Voice of Victory is so good. Like... yeah, it's the worst case scenario. Alright. Sure. So, I'd like to find duress. Top, too? Come on. Almost top. Stock up. There's a duress. Okay. The end is pretty bad. I think land 6 is... yeah, I'll take land 6. Alright, that's enough of those. Alright, so we're going to discard... we got land, duress, negate. I think... robbery is... that's... I'll leave us only with 1 robbery. Just like 2... just not relevant. Just too clunky in this stage of the game. Bottom. Okay. Top card is Rest in Peace. Yeah. Go nuts. Have a ball. Alright, so... we're setting up to Wrath on turn 6 and duress their counterspell. If they have multiple counterspells, we probably can't win this game. But them's the breaks, so... let's start with the duress. They have... alright, so we need to stock up into another duress, and then have their stock up not hit a counterspell. That's about as bad as it gets, folks, I don't have to tell you. I did not find another duress. Oh, boy. Alright. That's pretty crappy. Alright. Well, I think it might be dead here. Yeah, that sucks. Their draw of this game was basically perfect. They had double voice, double counterspell, a bunch of good cheap threats. Only hope here is no untapped land. Yeah, it's so unlikely. Yeah, that's pretty crappy. We can't draw duress and deadly cover up. Yeah, we just need more time. Just not any time. No time. Alright. Anything this quick. Pretty brutal. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, pretty gross. That's all right, though. We got a lot to talk about for the deck itself, so let's go over it. Okay, so I think we lost a lot of those games in deck building. So again, this is Your Deck Live, it's Puka Shell's deck, and I think that there's a number of like kind of like fundamental issues with this deck. 25 lands is not even close to enough. I would say 26 for sure, maybe even 27. I just don't think Riverturn Monument is a very good Magic card. I think that a lot of the games we drew this card, it was stone blank, and the games we drew it where we actually used it, we would have won the game anyway. Just a kind of a total win more card. I think it probably has its place in certain matchups, but for the most part, on average, it's not very good, especially in game ones. I would immediately cut these. I think that also there's just too many of these effects as well. Clunkiness is a big issue, and we felt that at a lot of our games where we just like, our opponent had a negate or a spell pierce, we only had 6 mana spells, we couldn't do anything else, you know? I think Triumph is pretty awful. I think I might play like 1 to have it out its Planeswalkers, but overall, I think his card is, the life is just way too much. You know, I'm thinking to discard. I love Essence Scatter. I'm a big Essence Scatter fan of this format. Think some sort of mix of those is pretty cool. The rest is fine. Robbery is pretty cool. So there's a lot of big spells in this deck, and you just can't afford to play that many big spells typically. Probably add another removal spell. What are the, like, what's the best removal spell? I mean, there's like Heartless Act, Shoot the Sheriff. They all have like their own kind of issues, right? Like, like a Heartless Act. Yeah, Triumph, Heartless Act. I like that Betrayal. I think Betrayal's kind of fine. Wouldn't mind like a stab or 2 in the board, honestly. I think having 1 mana spells is like pretty important. I think Deathmark's also a card you could play too in the board. Let's see here. Yeah, 2 cover-ups. Maybe 3, I guess. I gotta add some land. At least I probably had 2 lands. Urge Reef Sewers. Mistrise Village is pretty stinky. This card's kind of stinky. Sewers, Temple, Springs. That's Reef, Sewer, Verge, Backwater. Oh, we're not playing any Watery Graves? That seems kind of crazy. I think I would go down on Sewers. Like, this is so many, why am I playing so many tap lands too? Like, Demolition Field, Fountain Porch. Love 4 Reefs. It's a lot of Sewers. We felt that in some of the games too with our tap lands being awkward. This is like a pseudo tap land sometimes, so this Verge is base, you know, 1 more black source. This is 27 lands. Having 4 negates is way too many. Also, boarding a card like 3 steps ahead doesn't make a lot of sense. This is just like a common mistake, I think, where this is a very flexible main deck card. In any instance you'd want to board this card in a more specifically tailored card for a matchup, you know? I don't think I like that. And then I think a null is quite good. Why is that not working? Black Sun, I think, is worse than the supers. It's just like really clunky. 3 steps ahead is here. Yeah. I like Robbery. Sewers. I don't know if I would play Sewers, just play basics. Yeah. Definitely too many counter spells, which too many things to board in some of those matchups. What else would go on the board? Not a big Lay on the Void fan either, honestly. I don't think I would play these. I would just play some sort of... It's funny because Leyline turns off your your monument plan either way, but he just goes back. He's probably the best anti-graveyard hate card in the board. I think that 2 is fine. 2 vacuum. You play Leyline, do you always play 4? Not necessarily, because like you don't want to draw 2. It's kind of like a weird, like, that's why Leylines are bad, because you deciding if you should play 2 or 4 is a really awkward thing, because all the scenarios are bad. That's why I hate Leylines. But robbery, rupture, cover up. The end. Shoot the sheriff. Yeah. So stab, stroke. Yeah, it's hard to know exactly what else you want here. The problem is, again, like Spell Pierce, Negate, Spider Sense. All these cards are just so good against this deck. Is there like a good creature you could board in? Try and book board their removal spells. Wouldn't hate that. Even like a plant. What planeswalkers are illegal? Kaido, Ugin. Not a lot of good ones. I mean, yeah, that's not very good. The Gear Hulk. Gear Hulk is there's 5 colorless lands. Orang is not a card you would sideboard. Gear Hulk is like fine, but it require you to play less colorless lands for sure. Bitter Drive is just Planeswalker removal. I guess this card also kills Planeswalker. I would be fine not playing this card. I think this card's quite bad in this deck, so I could agree with just like not playing it at all. Just this can kill Planeswalkers, so or you can just counter them. Yeah. What creature? I mean, like is the new Azula. This card is pretty good, honestly, in like a mid-rangey matchup, but Wan Shi Tong is not bad. It's not. It's the thing is you want less expensive cards though. That's the problem. Where like this deck is already very clunky on the top end. The 8 stroke. Stab. Not sure what the last 2 cards are. If it's a sideboard, honestly. Some sort of like good creature. Riddler is like not very good in this deck because your hand's never empty. You know, this is one of the decks where like you're just the problem is clunk. So second Annul. I do like Annul. Annul is quite a good card. I think Monument is actively pretty bad. We just cut them from the main deck. I think that's not a card you really want any more than one of. Robbery. Gate, Heartless X, Stab. Some sort of like Malicious Eclipse card is like kind of bad. I can see playing more removal. During Curiosity, just actual no creatures in my deck. So, this is where I would end up. I think that gotta get leaner. You can't. These monuments just aren't very good. I know folks love this card, but it just, as you saw in the games, either it's a win more card or it does nothing. I don't think you need that effect. I think having one on the board for Sylvanus is fine. But yeah, kill all their stuff. A couple extra removal spells, lower the curve a little bit, and I think Robbery's great too. So, and just be aware of the matchups where your opponent has negate, spell pierce, and stuff are definitely tougher. So have better things to do. I think having a couple creatures there is pretty good as like a juke. So cool, good stuff. So there you go. So big thanks to Puka Shells for the Your Deck Live. Of course, we are in the middle of our subathon where that was our 200 sub thing. We have another Your Deck Live at 650 and 1100 and 1800 if we get there, which would be really cool. So that's that. So YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.